We're here for this basement gym tour that's completely decked out with surprisingly affordable machines, including this pendulum squat, a hip thrust machine, and a DIY belt squat. Let's get the tour started.
Massenomics.
We're ready for another basement gym tour. Big Chris is letting us bust into his place. You're gonna help give us the tour, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Happy to be here.
Big Chris is at Friendly Neighborhood Lifter on Instagram.
That's
He's
right.
a Massenomics supporting member, so we couldn't miss the opportunity to come check this place out.
That's right. Happy to have you guys.
Is there a name for the gym? I don't think we talked about that ahead of time. Is there a gym name?
So there is.
Okay.
It is the Wolf Den.
Okay.
Right over here.
Yeah.
And that's a custom banner I had built out. And the Wolf Den is, my wife and I are involved with local dog rescue. And we didn't think naming this place the Dog Pound after rescuing a bunch of dogs would really be appropriate.
Yeah, right.
So we decided on the Wolf Den, and as you're going to see throughout the gym, there are a lot of wolves. So maybe keep track of them all.
Count the wolves.
Yeah, comment down in the video.
In Brandon's gym, we had to count the naked squatters in basement Brandon's gym, and here we'll count the wolves to find out. Okay, this is also the flag is on the wall. This is a Massenomics certified training facility. Real life scenario. People always ask us, "Oh, be great if you would come do a home gym tour at my place." The number one way we find them, the reason we're here today is because you are a certified training facility. We pulled it up on the map. We knew we were going to be in this area. We said, Big Chris, we let a couple of weirdos from the internet come into your basement, and you said, I guess, if you have to.
Yeah.
And here we are. So if you become a certified training facility, that is the best way when we come for your to your area for us to find you.
Perfect.
It worked out in this case.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have a large basement gym, obviously. How long have you had the basement gym?
So this gym I've had for 2 years, a little over 2 years, but I started my basement gym just like most people during COVID in our previous home, and it was a really tight space, so we started out just with a power rack, just with some bumper plates. I felt like I was, the last person to get the equipment before the shortage. So I was just making do with a barbell, weights, and a power rack. And then I had this equipment and found that I really liked working out at home, and things, as you can see, have just kind of spiraled from there.
It's gotten out of hand in a really good way, is what I would say. It's gotten really out of hand in a great way. That you've got a dip pull-up station here in the front corner. We're kind of this front corner of the gym when you come down the stairs.
The squat of the upper body, of course.
Squat of the upper body, the dips, of course. Rep fixed bench, very popular bench, a very solid bench, of course.
Yep.
What do you do with this one over here usually?
So I will use that one both for bench and the power rack over there, and then I'll also use it for Smith machine bench as well. And it's got the wide pad, so just a little bit easier on back and shoulders too.
All right.
So
we talked about the Smith machine. What is going on in here? What is this?
I put together a belt squat, and just thinking through the lat pull down and the low row, and thinking about how to connect these things, there is a way to easily start at the top of a belt squat movement, and you connect the two low row and lat pull down cables together so they act as a counterbalance on one another. So now that they've connected each other, you can just slide the weight on.
Do you want another plate or is one
Sure,
plate?
yeah, no, we can put the other plate on. Put that on. Get in the belt squat like you would normally.
Yep.
Clip in down here. So now you're clipped in. You just bring this over. Sorry. Let's get this.
And you've got your pulley down there that it's going through.
I've got the pulley down there. You clip in up here. You set this to whatever height
for your
is appropriate for your handle. Clip in. And now you're almost in the starting spot. You just lift up, clip off the low row. You can put it wherever. Just put it on your Smith machine and you can squat.
And then you're squatting.
And then you're squatting. And then once you're done, take this, clip it back in, set it down,
Unhook from the belt squat.
Unhook, and you're done. You've got a starting at the top position with handles belt squat.
So you built this box. You know, Rob, right? You
Right.
built this box. It's framed with wood. You put the pulley inside of there. It's got an aluminum pulley that cable's going through.
Yep.
You recessed it.
And Kevin RSG were the inspiration for this.
Yeah, were you
And
saying you watched Kevin's gym tour that we did with him and you saw something and you said, I could have a belt squat like that?
I could do that. And it's fastened in place by two band pegs. So it's completely attached to the rack itself. And I've put plenty of weight on this. And again, because the pulleys are acting as counterweights to one another, it's as strong as the lat pull down in the low row. And
Right.
it'll support it in this position as long as you're belt squatting. And again, it cost me maybe $70 worth of stuff, and I'd put it up against a Rhino.
$70, a little elbow grease and some ingenuity, and then all of a sudden you got yourself a belt squat in the home gym. We come back into kind of the more open area. I was very curious about this machine that you've got. This is Bolt machine. Is this a leg extension / leg curl that you've got?
So it's a leg extension, leg curl. I got this along with the leg press when Bolt was first starting out. So they've since, I believe, upgraded this model. But I really enjoy it. It does the leg extension really well. It does fold down into the lower position. This is very adjustable. Good range of motion, good strength curve. I do have bands that I can put on it. I usually do that for the leg curl because
Okay.
you do kind of get a little bit of that zero gravity feel
top.
at the very, very top.
Yeah.
But again, from a stretch perspective, that's probably the least important, so I'm not too focused on it when I'm lifting. But
Right.
again, I usually throw bands on, and then it's a non-issue. And again, really smooth, really sharp-looking piece of equipment, and checks both of the boxes pretty well for me.
Well,
So.
and to add some color maybe behind this equipment and some of the other ones that we're going to do, Chris competes, been powerlifting for over a decade, right?
Yep.
Competing in
Yep.
powerlifting for over a decade. You recently did your first physique
Yeah,
competition?
so I went to the dark side and did men's physique.
Yeah.
So please.
These veins don't happen on accident.
No.
Or do they happen on accident?
I think they do. Please send food. I've got another show in 2 weeks, so I'm neck deep in prep, and it's been a lot of work. I think that powerlifting for me was a lot more fun, and bodybuilding has been a lot more rewarding in some personal ways.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So both
Yeah.
have their advantages,
Yes.
pros, cons, yeah, of course.
As long as you're down here doing something, I think I try and find something every couple of years where I say I'm going to challenge myself and do that because, I'm 40, and when you've been doing this for a long time, you want something different.
Right.
You want to mix things up. So, yeah.
Drink spotter light right there. Very safe.
Very
Your
safety's
dumbbell
not an
rack
accident.
right here. You've got Hex rubber-coated dumbbells on the rack.
Yep. So these go up to 40 and kind of check the box if I want to do a drop set or just want to do a quick set with different weights. And then I do have the adjustable dumbbells from Badass as well. I don't even think they're making these
Is that what?
anymore.
So what?
Yeah.
This is the name of the company is Badass.
Badass.
Okay.
And it was
Makes me feel like a badass.
I know that not everybody likes the spin lock, but the thing that I really liked about these, and again, I don't think the guy's making them anymore, was the center spot and the knurling.
Yeah,
is
the knurling's
really good on it, and it also just feels like a traditional dumbbell. So
Right.
they've got these flat caps on them, so you can rest them on your knees, and you don't have that awkward, peg digging into your legs when you're doing bench.
He's got the traditional Massenomics 8-bit flags, the powerlifting, the strongman. You might notice a theme here. We're going to look at something a little bit different here in a couple minutes, but just get everyone prepped for a little surprise that's coming up in Chris's gym. Is that a Titan 90 degree? Is that adjustable or is that fixed like
so
that?
that's fixed.
Okay.
I think Titan, especially for the simpler stuff, really does a good job. And like many things, you know, you order online for shipping, and I don't think they do as good of a job packaging as some of their competitors. But for
sometimes
simple
notoriously.
stuff, yes. But their customer support is really good, and they will, if you have some patience, they'll get you there. This piece in particular, I really love because you can use it with this machine over here as a chest-supported low row.
So what is this machine over here?
Yeah, so
what brand is this?
This is a Chinese Do-Win, basically just a power gym knockoff, right?
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how much I love this thing.
Okay.
And again, it's the lever arms on it really give you a lot of different exercise options and recreate a lot of different movements that you'd find at dedicated hammer strength machines, right? So this can do the overhead press, it can do the incline press, it can do the flat bench, and especially when you couple it with a 90-degree bench like the Titan bench, this also has a low row and a lat pull down, so you can put it in there and use that as a chest supported low row, or use it as a chest-supported lat pull-down. So really, in a small footprint, this thing on Amazon costs $300. It has a connector where you can put a pin in and use it for squats as well, so you can do lever squats with it. So really, for that price, you can't go wrong. And again, you know, it's basically the more affordable knockoff version of the PowerTech.
Okay.
So Do-Win is the name of the company. Yeah.
Well, and then you have the Rogue. Is this Rogue? Rogue.
Yep.
Squat. Actually, I would just notice you're not. I would say you don't need your whole gym to be one brand. It looks like you're going to buy whatever brand makes something that fits your need. Is that safe to say, or?
Yeah, and part of it's kind of just building things out as I go.
Right.
And I started this bench. This rack was the foundation, right? So I really wanted to start with a quality, strong product that had good reviews, had good credibility, and then go from there. And this is the SML 70 Monster Light Rack, and it's done a terrific job. I don't have a favorite brand or anything like that.
Right.
I just will try and pick and choose quality over performance versus value. And
then you have the rep bench.
That's right. That's right. So some things I'll skimp on, but other things I'll go all out on. For sure.
We do have affiliate codes for mostly all of these brands. So if you click down below, affiliate links, you can buy some of the stuff. It helps support our channel and make sure we keep doing more gym tours. You do have a Strongman log, a Titan log. Have you dabbled? We talked about powerlifting. We talked about physique. Is there any interest in Strongman?
Oh, I've dabbled.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've got to get stronger to be a strongman, but
you get to eat a lot.
That'll be the next step. That's right. I just put on some weight and get strong. But you know, every now and then, if the program calls for an overhead press and I just want to mix things up, I'll go for a Viking press or a log press, and still kind of check the same box. I got that off Facebook Marketplace, and you know, I really enjoy it. I love some of the traditional strongman lifts. I love some of the history behind it, and there is something fun about just, again, mixing up your programming with it, for sure.
For sure. The toaster weight rack down here. This is a toaster weight rack, not a sandwich rack.
No,
weight rack,
toaster.
like I might say incorrectly at times. And then you've got your trap bar and the weight plate storage, and then, I don't know, is this Bells of Steel?
Yep.
Bells of Steel, there we go.
Yep. The Arch Nemesis.
Arch Nemesis.
Yeah.
And have you ever hooked this up and used it like that?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah. I like the neutral grip on it. Again, great variation, especially for bench press. And you can use it for seal row too, because it's got that degree on it too. So really versatile piece, especially, and it's a good value too, for sure.
You have a freestanding horizontal barbell rack storage. I have one of the, very similar to this inside Massenomics gym. Nice part about these two is you don't have to mount anything to the wall.
Right.
So is that part of the reason that you could just do it freestanding, or you?
Yeah, you know, I didn't either want to build something to attach to the wall, and it's got this, protective coating on it, so I didn't want to tear that up.
Yep.
I think the name of the brand for this was Body Solid. And again, affordable price point, and check the box. I think it fits 9 barbells, and it fits my magnetic collars too. So yeah, it's awesome.
You've got an axle. You have the Rep SSB. I
Yep.
like this one. On the Rep, you have the knurled handles on the
Yep.
Rep too. That's
Yep.
just cool.
Yep.
What do we got? This is a Rogue bar, right?
Yeah, so that's the Matt Chan bar.
Okay.
And it's a good bar for a daily driver because it's got not a super aggressive knurl, but probably a medium knurl.
Yeah.
20 kilos, both Olympic and traditional spacing. Just a good daily driver. It's
Yeah.
also got a little bit wider of a mark. So if you're deadlifting and you don't want to scrape up your knees, it's got that wider split. And then I've got the
More aggressive right here. This
Yep.
is the
Yep.
Ohio Power Bar stainless steel.
That's the Ohio Power Bar. I've actually got 2. One that I specifically use just for deadlifting work,
Okay.
and then the other one again is kind of my other daily driver along with the Chan bar, and then
the smaller diameter.
the Bella bar, which I got from my wife in the hopes that she would get into weightlifting, and she started with that, and that bar doesn't get used anymore because she's graduated, and I'm extremely proud of all the work that she's put into.
So she comes down and trains in the gym with you? Or,
Yeah. So really a big part of this gym was for both of us to be able to work out and never step on each other's toes while we're working out. So both of us could be doing a squat workout or do a deadlift workout.
Yeah.
Or we have 2 treadmills because sometimes we both want to get cardio in at the same time. And we both are morning risers and try to get workouts in before work, and just love to have that convenience where we can do it and just not have to worry about stepping on each other's toes. So, yeah.
What's the big bolt machine here that I'm leaning on? This is
right.
another one that intrigued me when we walked inside the gym.
So this is the Bolt Outlaw. And again, I got this one with the Raider leg extension, leg curl at the same time. I think Coop might have done a review on it not too long ago. I love this. This was an absolute nightmare to put together. I put it together by myself, and it almost killed me. But I joke, like, did you really even put the gym equipment together if you didn't bleed on it just a little bit?
Have a couple curse words.
Yeah.
Throw a wrench or two. Yeah.
It's a great way to spend a Saturday afternoon.
But this is a combo. This is a leg press as it's set up for, and it's a hack squat.
So, and
it's a beefy piece of equipment.
It's beefy. It's got.
That's kind of cool how easily that pad switches. You can see where he took it off from. It's got the 3 peg holes that either work up here or down there.
Pad switches out. Range of motion. People are always curious on these. Like, how deep can you get? And as a point of reference, I'm 5'10", guys, and I'm wearing kind of crazy shoes here, but
really cool shoes he's wearing is what he meant to say. Really cool shoes.
But sorry, it was set in a high position for the leg press. But as you can see, I get all the way down, and again, super smooth.
Yeah. Do you find you use it more as a leg press or more as a hack squat, or 50-50?
I think it depends on the programming. I was using it more as a hack squat before I got the pendulum squat that we'll get to, but I feel like now I'm using it more as a leg press. And for leg press, you will get crushed before you bottom this out. So the depth for that is just a non-issue to begin with. So
I would say a competitor that we've done a review on before or looked at Home Gym Con coming eventually would be like the Quad Send from Temple of Gains. It reminds me of this a little bit in like its size and just its ease of switching back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, again, super easy. If you ever need to, and this is another, I've learned this hack from Mike Israetel. If you get yoga blocks, if you're a shorter guy, let's say, you're 5'5", 5'6", and you still really want to get that deep range of motion, buy a couple of yoga blocks, put them on your shoulders, and you'll be able to get those extra 3, 4, 5 inches of depth and still be able to get really low on this. And again, they're, they're maybe $10 on Amazon.
Yeah.
So
you've got your cardio line up here. You've got dueling treadmills. Which
Yeah.
one's the better treadmill?
So it's funny, they just keep adding stuff on treadmills that I don't want or need. I just want it to go.
Have a belt that goes like this.
And I don't need all these monitors. Both, as you can see, have tablet setup, so
Yeah.
I just use those to watch whatever or listen to music while I'm running. This is a Horizon AT. I don't love the hand positioning, so when you're running, you can see that these are supposed to be how to change the incline and speed, but I'd much rather prefer just a button.
Right.
Like when you're running, you don't want to have to individually fidget with that. And this is an old Proform, I think 2000 model, that again, they basically make it a subscription model. So you have to subscribe if you even want to use these things. But this is a
Tommy and I are
traditional
Peloton guys. We're very familiar with the process.
Yeah, you can't use it unless you pay $20 a month.
Otherwise, it turns into a very large brick.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and you also have a Concept 2 rower.
Yes.
Now you're talking my kind of cardio over
That's
here.
right, that's right.
Have you tried the 100-meter sprint challenge?
Not yet, no. In my old house, I would take my Concept 2 out in the backyard and blare Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin, and would joke with my wife that I was training to be a Viking, and my neighbors must have thought I was losing my mind. So, but I love the Concept 2. It's great. Again, it's just many different forms of cardio. If you're down here, gassing out on something, you might as well mix it up.
Yeah.
This is great for injury rehab too. Like running can be really hard on your joints, and Concept 2 is just an easier alternative on your knees, especially. So,
Tommy, he's got the Easy Curl bar. It's not the free one that came with the gym. You must have sold that and picked up the Bells of Steel one and said, "I've got the rackable version of this that looks the same, that has the gold sleeves and stuff." And it's a nice curl bar.
Yeah.
Decent knurling on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I alluded to the 8-bit powerlifting and strongman. Never before seen, first time on camera, the 8-bit bodybuilding design. Tell us about the 8-bit bodybuilding.
So, you guys have so many people on the show that either come from a bodybuilding background or have some experience. And I feel like the weightlifting community is really strongman, powerlifting, and then bodybuilding, the trifecta of lifting. And I was like, the other two signs, we're missing something here. And I didn't know if you guys were going to make one. And I said, I'm gonna take it on myself. And thanks to some Photoshop and some assistance from computers, I was able to pull this one together, and here you have it, 8-bit bodybuilding. The guys got that same kind of 70s style and everything, and wanted the color palette to be the same but a different color. So
maybe this will be commercially available in a flag at some point in time. Actually, then the next the tetralogy of the 8-bit. Maybe it's 8-bit grip training, because we have the horse stall mat gripper right here. It's got chalk on it, so I know you've been using it.
Yeah.
Have you submitted to the leaderboard?
I have.
Okay.
I have.
You're on. What's your position? Do you know?
So I'm below you, but above Tommy. So I'm not in last, but I'm not in first.
That's a fair place to be in.
Between the two of us.
Yeah.
Okay. And you got all your grip attachments for your cable. You got a large selection of grip attachments, actually.
Yeah, I got the daisy chains in there too.
Oh, wait.
So,
what?
yeah.
Blue daisy chains.
Yeah.
I'm glad I almost missed it. This wouldn't really be a real gym without the daisy chains.
No.
So for anyone that doesn't know, the daisy chains. Had you had daisy chains, or did you?
So I had them before I had the functional trainer.
Okay.
And I was using them for cable crossover work before I got the dedicated functional trainer behind us.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it works well for either extending a lat pull down and using it, or splitting things and using it for multiple purposes. So Yeah, daisy chains.
Daisy chains, the Swiss Army knife of the home gym.
It's true.
You talked about the functional trainer rack.
Yep.
Is this RIT Fit then?
So this is RIT Fit. The Smith machine over there is RIT Fit as well. And I swapped out all the pulleys for aluminum pulleys. I think, one thing home gym owners should know about aluminum pulleys is that you really should be lubricating your pulleys frequently, because you're not going to feel any benefit unless you're lubricating these things maybe once every 2 months. It doesn't have to be a part of your weekly routine, but if you're doing that, it really feels smooth. It really does.
So they're RIT Fit aluminum pulleys.
Yes.
Like they have that option that you can
do.
Yeah.
You can, and again, I started with the nylon pulleys and said, well, I'll try these out, see if they need an upgrade. And you can buy them in small batches, so you just don't have to incur all the expenses up front, too.
Yep.
So
what are you primarily using the functional trainer for? Like, what's your usual exercises you're using on this?
I actually really like face pulls with them.
Okay.
Again, they do have a good range of motion for crossover work, too. So this is definitely a use case for them. With no weight on it right now, it obviously doesn't move as smoothly as it would with even like 5 or 10 pounds on it. Individual arm work too, either curls or tricep push downs too. Tricep overhead work too, like individual tricep overhead work like that is really smooth too. So yeah, it's a good little unit. I mean, can't go wrong for the price either. So.
How much is the RIT Fit cable crossover or functional trainer?
I think this was like $450. And again, like you can squat in it, you can bench in it too. And I wouldn't go super duper heavy, but if my wife's down here and I'm down here, she can use this to do bench. And I upgraded the safety spotters to tighten. These are 1-inch holes, so you can kind of
1-inch 2x2.
Yep. You can just kind of pick and choose when and if you want to upgrade as well. So. All
right, a very popular machine right now. We just got ours at Massenomics gym not too long ago. You have a pendulum squat.
I do.
Yeah.
So this is like the kid brother of the one you have. This is the GMWD.
Yep.
You'll see on mine that it did come with some counterbalance springs, but I detached mine.
So they would attach down here? Is this
they do attach up here and down here. You can swap them out for bands, so if you want that adjustable strength curve, but I really wanted the deepest part of the squat to be the hardest part.
Right.
So I took them off just to make sure that the strength curve was uniform.
Yeah, that it's
throughout.
not removing resistance as
right. And again, I think this is probably my newest favorite piece of equipment that I have. And the nice thing about this is you do not need to go heavy. So people are like, "Oh, what's the max capacity on this?
Like,
how much
don't
can
worry
you
about
lift?"
it. Yeah, don't worry about more than you're going to put on.
If you put 2 45s on this, you're at another level of strength. 145 on each side is plenty for if you're doing rep work.
Right.
And again, I'm using this as an accessory. I'm not coming down and saying the first exercise I'm going to do is my pendulum squat.
Right.
This is probably after, traditional squats, then leg press, then pendulum squat,
Absolutely.
And it's a burner. It crushes your quads. So
should I test it out here? See how it compares to the one we've got at the gym. Getting in here. And this is the safety catch.
That's the safety.
So now I'm good to go?
Yep.
Do you put your hands here?
I put my hands there, yeah.
All right. And then you can also manipulate where on the platform you put your feet, obviously, for how it's going to feel. But, oh, yeah. I'm just going to stretch out here a little bit. I've been in the car a lot this weekend. Yeah. I would say it feels like a pendulum squat. I would think you would get the very similar stimulus. Like
Yeah.
the motion feels very comparable, and I think the foot plate angle seems very comparable too.
And again, I think this one, the foot plate is adjustable.
Okay.
It doesn't have any side handles. It just has that front handle.
Because I'm so used to, I use the handles.
Sure,
I was looking for them, and I'm like, it doesn't ultimately affect the lift.
Yeah,
so.
and you know, the padding is just so. But again, I mean, this is well under $1,000.
Right.
The price, if you have the space for it. And again, this is a non-commercial setting. The only person that's using this is me, maybe my buddies and my wife.
Right.
Like, it's just there's no need to incur that extra cost.
Right.
So
There's a trade-off on every piece of equipment you add for a home gym. It's do I want to spend 3 times the amount or a third, and then do I also there's trade-offs, and you're able to buy 2 other pieces of equipment for the same price that you'd have into one at that point.
Right. Exactly.
You have the Freak Athlete, not the big orange one.
No,
you have a smaller. You have a smaller Freak Athlete.
This is the little guy. This is one of their earliest product iterations. And again, when I was building out my first gym in the smaller space, I wanted to be able to do Nordics because it's really hard to hit your legs other than through barbell movements. And I was like, I want some kind of leg machine, but what can I do? And this was their Nordic curl machine. And again, they're like, as much as pendulum squats really blast your quads, Nordics really hit the hamstrings. And they're difficult, but again, you can find ways to scale them, either use some type of padding at the bottom so you don't go all the way down, or Tommy, I know you use bands to get the resistance a little bit easier throughout the motion. So
you've got a chest fly / rear belt machine here. That's cool.
Yeah,
a plate loaded version.
Yeah.
What brand is this?
So this is just a white labeled AliExpress special. So again, it came with aluminum pulleys. Was $150 to my door.
This was $150.
$150.
Really?
I think I either.
I don't even know how that's economically possible.
I don't even know how they're making any. I mean, it's just one of those things where they had some in stock.
Yeah.
I know that both RitFit and I think PsyD make branded versions of this that cost maybe $300 or $400.
Right.
But these are all coming from the same factory in China.
Right.
So.
And have you bought a few things through that method? Have you historically had all good luck for the most part? Have you had any issues?
Well,
because that's the topic of discussion a lot of times. Do you take a risk of no customer service?
Well, these are the crash pads I got, which are not to size as advertised. So they will get the job done if you're using dumbbells, but if you're using anything much bigger,
did it list the dimensions? Was there different pictures? Or,
I mean, the pictures showed
was it a little misleading?
Yeah, just a little bit. But I think they do a phenomenal job.
They showed a person that was 3'3" with a miniature barbell set.
Right.
Yeah.
So things may appear larger in picture.
So you do take sometimes.
You do.
Risk,
you do. But again, these were $20.
Right.
So
right. You're not a huge
low loss.
Right.
But then you win out on things like this and the hip thrust behind us.
The hip thrust. This is another one. When we walked in, I'm like, what do we got going on here? This isn't. You don't see this in a whole lot of home gyms. Is this a more recent addition? Then?
This is a recent addition. Again, this was I think Temu, and this is the exact same model as the GMWD model that's been reviewed, but just no labeling on it.
Right.
It's a non-branded product, and instructions were simple, arrived quickly. And
do you know how much was this one to the door?
I think this was $300, and again, it was listed for I think $700 on GMWD's website. So
I want to see Tanner demo this thing.
Go for it. Go for it.
I mean, I've never used one of these before. Is this the way I get in?
This is actually a pop pin that just slides out.
I feel way better about my chances of doing this now. I was worried. I'm like, I don't know that my body gets that way. Okay.
So you just
Yeah.
find a foot position.
Am I tall enough to ride this ride?
We'll find out.
So, like, is this about where you would be at foot-wise? And
Yep.
safety catch is released automatically when I picked up on this
so there are additional safeties down here to set the size for the height, and you're just so tall.
I probably pushed the size limit of it, honestly.
I think so.
What do you put your hands on here then?
Yeah,
or?
yeah. You just put your hands there, and
is that the idea?
that's the movement. Yep.
Obviously, this isn't weighted. This isn't weighted, so
no. But again,
I would say if you were much bigger than me, or even if you just had a bigger gut than me, it may be tricky.
Sure.
Some of the setup, but I could have certainly used this effectively, and we don't have a machine like this. This is sort of a movement that's a little difficult to replicate sometimes without a machine.
It is, and that's why we got it, that, my wife especially loves doing hip thrusts, but if you're in a home gym setting, it's all these different ad hoc solutions that you try and come up with, like a hip thrust pad. And I said, just for the cost, screw it. We've got the space, let's just get a dedicated machine. And again, I think you're probably on the upward end of the size limit for a product like this, but you can load it up heavy. I mean, it is stable, and again, it's significant for a home gym piece. So
if that wouldn't have came off, I don't think I was getting in there. And if I would have got in, I wouldn't have got out. I'm done here, Tommy. Go on without me. I live in Chris's basement now on the hip thrust. Okay. We talked about Strongman equipment in the front. You actually got more back here. You've got a Titan yoke. Yep,
got a Titan yoke. So in the nicer weather in the summertime, this will go right out through the bulkhead, and we'll do some training outside. And I've got a rope and a harness for the sled as well, so we'll do that in the yard. I like this for sandbag movements a lot too, the adjustable height. Obviously, I'm not doing stones down here, but sandbags are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They really are. And they will tax you quickly. So.
Filled with sand or pea gravel?
Sand.
Of course, sand. You know our friend Keith from the No Wine Cellar?
Yes.
You don't want to let him near these. I don't know if you know he's got a bit of a reputation. Maybe Tommy can throw in the clip. Like, Keith does have a history of breaking these, so don't let him near your basement.
All right.
Those will be in shambles by the time you get done. You did say an important word there, though. We'd learned about this in Basement Brandon's tour just yesterday. You've got a bulkhead.
Yes.
In the Northeast, in your basement, you've got a bulkhead.
Yep.
And if you're a basement gym guy, it seems to be really useful for getting equipment in and out.
Yes. Everything you see down here, I've brought down myself. And if I didn't have the bulkhead, it would have been impossible. And as it was, there have been a couple of times where my guardian angel was doing double duty.
Yeah, I like that. Your plates and your iron plates and your deadlift platform.
Yep.
You've got the Wolf logo there that we talked about.
Yep.
What are these deep dish plates right here?
Yeah,
Rogue deep dish.
So these are Rogue deep dish. They've got the 45s and the 25s.
Yep.
And then the other plates are just either fractional plates from Titan. This rack that it's on has casters that you can either put up or put down, so it rolls. The other weights that aren't the 25s are just standard Olympic plates. This deadlift platform I built myself.
Yeah, looks great. The stain choice.
Yeah, I wanted to go with the darker color. And Alan Thrall's video were huge, and then the logo is just a decal from an online company, and they did a great job. I was super nervous putting that on.
Looks good. Check out this deadlift jack on wheels. Where is this from?
That is an Amazon special.
I don't know if this is. You can show off what's going on here, and then you.
Yeah. And again, that's got a 700-pound weight capacity, so, if Thor ever wanted to come down here, we wouldn't be able to use that, but most folks aren't deadlifting 700 pounds.
Right.
So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool, cool
fun.
deadlift jack.
It's fun. Actually, I upgraded from, I'll bring this over.
Yeah.
It was an independent company that was building out products, and this is called the Wolf Jack.
Yeah.
And it's a deadlift jack in the shape of a wolf head.
Yeah. So
And
you were
again,
all over it.
I just, so at least, you know, a target audience of one.
You saw that and you were like,
saw
yep.
it and had to have it.
Yeah.
But since have upgraded. And again, the problem with one side deadlift jacks is that you have to use it on both sides, and it's just a little cumbersome. But I know that Cleva's making a good model now too, but that one, while it does have a big footprint, really makes things a little bit easier. And, you know, it's just a nice to have. Like, you can just do it the old-fashioned way, like when we were a proper country.
When we used to be a proper country.
So
I feel like your gym has continually expanded. Flooring, you're using horse stall mats. So are you continuing to, you're like, oh, I got to do another horse stall mat run to expand more of the gym?
Yeah, the people at Tractor Supply know me when I'm coming.
Like, great.
Yeah.
Someone's got to go load up horse stall mats again for Chris.
I learned that a Subaru Crosstrek fits exactly 6 horse stall mats in the back.
Yeah. 600 pounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the person who was there did not really understand the logistics of it. So that kid got a workout that day. So
he didn't have to go to the gym that day. Then. He got his workout.
No, that's right.
Yeah. All right. What about future plans? It seems like you're always thinking about the next thing.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you have an idea of what the next thing is already.
I think the next thing is to just finish the basement and just get maybe some black and white paneling in, to get something on the walls. This was previously used by the prior owner as a machine shop and a wood shop. So I think there is potential to just kind of make everything,
polish it up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit more polished. I think in terms of equipment, we're done, but
you're probably not done.
No, I'm probably not done. I did want to show you guys one thing.
Oh yeah, what did we miss?
Is you did miss. Everybody's got different PR. I see the PR bells.
Yeah, you got a PR board.
I got the PR board.
Is this a PR horn?
This is the PR horn.
Oh, it's a Viking horn.
It is a Viking horn. So if you set a PR at other places, you might ring a bell. Oh. But here we do the horn.
There we go. Awesome. And that's how it's done. We saw Kevin's PR bell. We saw Keith's PR bell. Now we've seen Big Chris's PR horn. What's the next one going to be? What ways will you signify a PR in your home gym? Let us know in the comments. You also got your PRs listed. Cool little PR board that you've got there. So, is this you? Pumped up after
that's me at a RPS powerlifting meet. I actually competed with Basement Brandon way back, but that's.
I don't think you had much body fat on you before you started doing physique either.
No, you know, I've got the deadlift arms though, so I've got those freakishly long arms that just make deadlifts super easy for me. So you got to take it when you're getting it, right?
Take what we can get. Did we miss anything else? I know we talked about this before. Chris has a big enough basement gym, it's almost impossible for us to look at every little thing. I think we got the highlights at least though, right?
I think so. I think the highlights, everything here, it's just been a joy, and I just feel so lucky that I've got this space and am able to host. And if you are a supporting member or in the area and you're a crew guy, feel free. You're always welcome here. Excellent. Thank you for giving us a tour. This was a lot of fun. At Friendly Neighborhood Lifter. Yep. Check out at Friendly Neighborhood Lifter. Make sure to become a supporting member. Get a certified training facility. We've got more gym tour videos on YouTube than anyone else, so go check them all out. We'll catch you for the next one.